what I'm doing is I'm peeling it back really slow, and angles like this work really well too, but as you can see, these very, very, very small cuts of vinyl tend to want to stay on the backer paper. What you need to do every time this happens is just push it back down, peel it back slow. I'm putting a fair amount of pressure with my finger here to kind of get it stuck to this part, the transfer tape, and then you keep going. Pay attention to all sides. You don't want to be looking up here and have something stuck to the paper here that you don't see and then end up ripping the decal. The vinyl is pretty strong once it's on the vehicle, but you can tear it if it gets stuck to the backer paper and you're not paying attention. It could tear, and then you've messed up your decal. So I'm kind of peeling at an angle. You can go back and forth. As you can see, that part was stuck. I'm just going to push it back down there and then roll it off. You're gonna see, especially with layered vinyl, if your decal's layered with different colors, that the smaller, intricate pieces are the ones that tend to stick. You just push it back down and then keep peeling. Push it back down and then keep going. You might have to do that a few times. If it's really sticking, and it seems like not, just pushing with your finger, use a credit card or the included squeegee with your decal that we send you, and just push it like that a little bit more. Remember to go slow. Always go slow. You never need to go quick. And I think at most, even with a big decal, even with a super intricate layered decal, with very small cuts and very thin lines, you're talking about just, what, 1 or 2 minutes. And it'll be, even though it's tedious and it seems like a little bit scary, like this one here, it's grabbing in all these areas, so I'm just gonna keep pushing it back down. But we're talking about just a few minutes of patience. And this will not happen. You won't have to do it like this when you're putting it from this transfer tape onto your vehicle. This vinyl is so sticky, it will stick to your vehicle and you'll pull this off easily. So it's only this original transfer process. See these little pieces that it has these little tiny cuts like this. Just a random little oval or circle that creates part of the design. They are the trickiest. They're so little that they just don't have much stickiness to stick to the transfer tape. Now this is even more important. So as you can see on this particular decal, I'll show you. Here you go. This is a finished one. And as you can see, the face has a lot of little intricate details, plus it's white vinyl layered onto blue. Very, very tiny little cuts. And that's the part I'm at on this particular peel right now. And so I'm gonna go even slower and keep pushing down to make sure the little tiny pieces stick. I'm going back and forth, kind of at an angle. And I'm just, any pieces I see, I'm just pushing that down, pushing with my finger on the other side to try to get it stuck to the transfer tape, and then I keep going. Here's some other pieces right there that just stuck. Do it again. Some of my clients say, oh, they're just gonna take it to a professional or a place that does this, or that, you know, applies decals, or they know someone that that has a shop, or, you know, does wraps. Just understand that not all decals, you know, use this process of, you know, this type of transfer paper, transfer tape. Not all decals are thinly, intricately cut, so it's very possible that even a pro who does it for a living maybe and applies decals to, you know, vehicles at a body shop or whatever, might not know this process, and they could just, I know this because it's happened, and we've gotten calls that someone took it to a body shop and they ripped the decal because they try to apply it like a manufactured decal, and it's not exactly the same, and they didn't do this slow process here. So even this video where I'm talking and explaining probably is only 4 or 5 minutes long total. There you go, and it's off. And that's pretty much the hardest thing you'll ever have to do with your decal. And if you spent a couple $100 on it with a menu you have with Iconic Vinyl and Iconic Jeep, It's worth the 5 minutes to make sure that your decal comes off properly and then looks the best when it goes on your vehicle.